Republican presidential candidate Rand Paul made his first campaign stop to Minnesota today.
The U.S. Senator from Kentucky toured college campuses in the Twin Cities and Duluth, and then he also met with student supporters in Rochester ahead of tomorrow night's GOP presidential debate in Milwaukee. Pat Kessler had a chance to speak to some students at the University of Minnesota who came out to see him. A lot of young people involved there.
Yeah, lots of them. The Kentucky senator continues to lag in national polls, but he is trying to carve out a niche among younger voters, especially in colleges and universities.
Got it, thank you.
Hundreds of students showed up to see Senator Paul.
Got it, great.
And he stood for pictures with every student who wanted one.
Right this way.
Some said they came out of curiosity.
I think his kind of libertarian edge appeals to young people. I think the anti-establishment side is very appealing to millennials, people our age, very disenfranchised with politics at this moment.
Senator Rand Paul.
At Kaufman Student Union, Paul sharply criticized government's post-9/11 collection of private data, calling the federal government too big and too intrusive.
I kind of want a government that minds its own business. I want a government so small I can barely see it. I want a government that stays the hell out of my life.
Instead of focusing on fellow Republican candidates, Paul targeted Democrat Bernie Sanders, who is also appealing to millennial voters and who's promising free college tuition.
Oh, Bernie wants to give me free stuff. I won't have to pay for my college. There is no free lunch. Bernie can only pay for your college by taking it from somebody else.
Appreciate it so much.
Rand Paul is hoping to appeal to Minnesota's libertarian streak, the same one his father Ron Paul captured in 2012, finishing second in Minnesota's caucuses. Students who said they are undecided said they like what they heard.
One thing I like about him is he really speaks his mind. It doesn't seem like he fits in the perfect narrative of a Republican or Democrat.
Well, Senator Paul is the first Republican presidential candidate to publicly campaign in Minnesota since Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker, who dropped out of the race later. Minnesota's caucuses are on March 1st next year. That's just after Iowa, New Hampshire, Nevada, and South Carolina. So there will be a factor in the race.
His dad did do well here. I forgot about that.
That's right.
Was that just a soundbite of him going after Bernie Sanders, or is that a strategy? And if so, why does he do that?
Yeah, I thought that was kind of... will be competing in Minnesota for the same young libertarian anti-establishment voters. And a lot of the students we met today described themselves as independents, not Democrat, not Republican. They said they came to see Rand Paul because they haven't yet made up their minds.
Glad they're involved in the process.
Yep.
All right. Pat, thank you.
You bet.